Howdy, y'all. Welcome on in. My swimming door. Welcome to the tavern. Hopefully, y'all are well. Hope everything is going well. That being said, today, I definitely know I've been lacking streaming last week. I've been in a bit of pain with my right bottom tooth. It was one of the ones that I had trouble with getting removed when it came to wisdom teeth. So, kind of was having a bit of trouble streaming as well as staying awake to stream with the pain meds. So, hopefully, today it should be a little easier and better. That being said, today is a bit of expansion day. I definitely got to expand the base and kind of make it a bit more room to do some work of the create mod so that I can actually do some of the stuff I need to do. Basically going to be building a surrounding wall made out of wood to make it kind of look like the second layer of defense that they would add on a kingdom. So definitely be doing that with access to the farms as well as that. And then, of course, working on the crushing wheels today, which shouldn't take too long today, I don't imagine. And then maybe also doing some sorting on the storage system with the fishing network, so that way that stuff can be kind of sorted out and deleted. And then, if I have time for that, that is. And then we'll see where it goes from there. I'll have to figure it out as I go. But those are at least the main objectives. Shouldn't take too long. In case if you guys are enjoying the content, liking always does help. Subscribing if you're new, of course, as well. And of course, hit notification bell. Same thing with following as well. Nevertheless, I have a lot of work to do in building the wall. I already got like at least the wood ready to go. That part didn't take forever. I just figured I'd do that off stream, just so that I don't have to worry about it. At least getting it all set. It's just gonna be stacked up planks and mixed spruce logs. And I'm just gonna continue them off this side of the wall, as I figure that is probably the best way to go about doing this part. As for how big they'll be, I have actually no freaking clue. I'm thinking 4 high will probably do fine. And even then, I'll probably be making indents like I did with the actual base. So, nevertheless, I thought I had a builder's wand. Apparently not, but I can go make one. Then again, it is in here. I think these things are fairly cheap. Hey, you know what, actually? Wait, do I have energy to power it? I think the generator takes coal. Copy paste, which is fine. Then the template manager. Oh, it's a template manager. Oh, how am I supposed to power this thing? Oh, okay, so I can't use that. Okay. Alright, well, construction stick it is. It's fine. One of those. One of those. Make a katana. Make a freaking sigh. I'm good. Alright, I probably will be laying out at least the basic foundation, and then I'll just use the wand to build it up. That'll take less time. Start doing a bit of a curve. Bit more of a pronounced curve. Okay, so I'm not going to be incorporating that into the build. We'll have a bit of another curve here. Not that one. Curve. Oh, forgot about that. I will knock that back just a bit. Just so I can leave the tree alone, because I want to leave that for decorative reasons. It's fine. Those. Alright, Now I gotta start doing another pronounced curve here. I have plenty of wood from this. I still have more from the farm, as I did do a bit of AFKing at the farm, tree farm, just so that the wood would actually pile up and not just, I guess not collect. Probably the right word. But I actually want to incorporate the mine. I guess not. And then as for the water wheel, I guess I don't really need to worry about the water wheel, actually. Water wheel's a bit of a drag. So I think honestly just continuing the wall from here is fine. Just move all this dirt. Just see that thing's still going strong. After AFK, that thing actually started having plenty of wood to back up, so I don't have to worry about ever starting it again, I hope. Do I incorporate it? Because now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna end the wall, I guess. I do need to find a place to end this wall and stuff. I want to incorporate this, so... Y caramba. That's probably one of the harder parts about this build, is I gotta figure out where I'm gonna end everything in the end. I definitely don't want to end it. Actually, I just realized it's a bit too close to the birch forest sapling plant. I was hoping to avoid having to go down this hill. Maybe I'll do something different later. Maybe for now I just make a new tower that invests in this, and then I'll figure out a way to prevent monster, or make that look more suitable to what I have. For now, I think that's fine. Alright, so this needs to go up preferably 4 blocks. So. And I already know I don't have enough. That's just fun. 1, 2, 3. And I'm out. Actually, I don't need these, actually. Those away. Back to the workshop. Don't need that anymore. Try and get rid of all the ironwood leaves that have been left behind. Shut up. I know you're not exactly in great circumstances. Maybe I'll move you guys when I'm done. Maybe. Yeah, so far looks good. One, 2, 3. And that's 2 up. So it's... Trying to find out where this breaks into the new side of the wall. Right side, that's fine. that should be where it ends up. That's fair. That's good. This has that second layer depth to the wall, so I'll probably build up that dirt pile so it actually matches up with the rest, so I'm not worried about that. But that gives plenty of room for what I need. And then I will need to build a gateway over here somewhere for the exit so I can get out into the farms. Probably over here. That looks good. And then, to be honest, I guess this is probably where the main gate should go. I'll have to build up the wood a bit to make it look more like a main gate. For now, this gives me a general idea of where I want it. Yeah. Puzzle. And then I also need one for the mines, which is somewhere over here. Perfect. Quick, take a nap, and then I will continue the build. Alright, so with that tower being there, I don't really need to have any structural support wall pillars. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks fine to me. Three. Ah. 2. There we go. I'm just gonna do one over here. That creates a bit of a problem, but yep. This looks like a good spot for one. Perfect. And then we'll go and do one a few blocks from this to kind of give it that structural support it's going to need for the actual situation, for lack of a better term. Oop. Wait. Okay, so on the other side. Oh wait, flower. Cool. That's a good spot for one. Oop, too much. There's that one. There's that one. Perfect. Place. Goes there. Ah. Set one there. Oh, that's perfect. Doesn't get in the way of my chains. Hmm. Ah. 3. Much. Good enough. Okay, like I said, I think I'll have to do something different over here, but that gives me a good basis standpoint on the rest of these. So, that's good. Actually, looks like that one needs one. And not everything else looks properly supported. Wise. Yeah, I think I just need to make like a small connection point here. I don't need to do anything crazy. There we go. That just gives it continuity. Other than that, I am gonna go and do this. I'm gonna do like I did on the other one and just kind of carve out part of the wall. Make it look a bit hollow. That. So at some point my axe is gonna break and it's gonna be very sad. There it goes. Don't make a new one. One, two, three. Holy lag. The backpack is not happy that I have all this stuff in my inventory. Yeah, so far it's actually adding some depth. So one place I actually have to add some stuff to make it look nicer. Just get rid of this. I can knock back the dirt eventually and give it a bit more space for itself. And that's fine. Just go ahead nice little healer parts. Small square. This whole part go up by a little bit faster. Might just leave that actually. Looks better with it, honestly. Yeah. Alright, well, that kind of gives the base a bit more... kind of makes the wall look a bit more proper in some aspects, I guess. Give or take. Alright, that should do it. It looks like a wooden gate. Obviously with some give or take, I guess. Let's go knock all this console back. I can't remember if it actually spreads or not. I don't think it does. Oop, too much. Well, I guess not. There we go. I just want to knock back the dirt a bit because it seems a bit too close to the wood. Away. That works. The grass will go back and it'll kind of have this podzol effect in the middle. Alright. First things first, get rid of all this grass. All needs to be cleared out. That's fine. Then I'm also going to light up the area and try to figure out a good pathing block. That doesn't look bloody horrid. I'm actually considering dirt. I don't know why. Because dirt does have that kind of proper feeling. I think so does cobblestone. And I like the idea of cobblestone being the after block that is thought of for the peasants in a kingdom. Considering they're our most valuable people. It just makes sense to go ahead and try to give them some proper stone. Just put that away, put that away. Flowers in the flower box. Dirt away. Or podzol. And then seeds. And then let me actually go quickly get rid of all this wood. I don't need it anymore. At least for now. Get rid of that stuff out of my backpack as well. That was seeds are for the chickens. See, wood. Wood. Saplings galore. And some decorative blocks. I'll put the etcher sticks in here. And then label. It's back in its proper cupboard. Let's get out of here. I don't need the scaffolding anymore. Alrighty, cobble. Cobble, cobble, cobble. Is that really how much cobble I have left? It feels very inaccurate. It feels very inaccurate to how much cobble I have left. But apparently so. I mean, it's not hard to get cobble. In all regards. I have a giant Minecraft contraption that can literally power itself. Alright, well, I thought I actually had the cobble for this. Guess I'm going back into the mines. Oh, how far to go down? I don't want to go too far down, but I also gotta go far enough. I'm not gonna just mine out into the world again. This is far enough. Especially considering I already have my own, apparently, original track. There's all my cobble. I won't find it very hard to believe I actually gonna need that more than that, so... Never mind, I do not need to go mining. My bad. I just had to open up my freaking contraption. Speaking of, I probably actually should unload all that, actually, real quickly. Shouldn't take too long to unload. So let me go and grab that and actually unload this sucker. There you go, lad. Stay right there. Hopefully it all fits. This one's set. Oh yeah. Here's the second. One more time. Should be the last time I unload. Should be the last load. Piece of stone. I guess we can go put the ore away. I'll keep the fragments. I'll take all the deads, all the different materials that can be put away. And since I have the space, I'll just go and do the rest. Okay. That is everything. All the stone. That's more of a utility block, but whatever. Just go in the chest block area. This goes in the gear chest. Redstone lever, I guess, can go in there for now. Ores, except for the coal. This goes in here with the rest. Sure. Then zombie flesh, bones, and bottles. Alright. Cobble. I find it hard to believe I'm going to need more than that many stacks for what I'm about to do. Oh, what would they use? Probably paved. Like a pavement. Like layered. That's like kind of like pavement. Actually, being the fact that I can just do this, yeah. Because all the other dirt's not been converted yet. I think we'll stop there. I don't want to go too far. It's fine. Well, that works. I have plenty of grass blocks, at least. Just going to cover up these extra holes with podzol. That up. It's fine. I probably need to somehow layer this properly. With the reality of being what it is. Otherwise I might run into complications. So I think that's fine. And that's going to be a road made out of mud bricks again, once I get the time to go get more mud from the biome nearby. The thing I gotta do is I gotta somehow connect this together. Okay, that works. I like that. Perfect. 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 Oop. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, though. Actually, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think we'll just keep that. Yeah, it seems like I said, like, the arm is keeping up. Maybe not, though, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I'm not sure why that is. Wait. Here. Burn those saplings. Useless anyway. Alright, now comes the hard part. Because I don't want it to be that big, though. So I like the idea of the road being somewhat... makes sense. I don't want it to be so huge I can't do stuff in here. That makes more sense. Maybe I can make this like a little runoff pond or something. I don't know yet. That's fine. Sure, trying to figure out how not to do too much and doing just enough is really rough. Okay, so can I make this a bit more thinner? Yes, I can. I don't want to lose mass or the wobbly look to it either. And I still gotta connect this out. That works. This doesn't. It's fine. So this looks like it could probably come out a bit more. In fact, you could even almost interject. Kind of create like a nice hard turn. That actually looks really good. I'm gonna move this to here. It's really good. And there's no pathway down there, but that's okay. I don't really want a pathway down that way. Force that to go that way. This could might just become like a little runoff pond. I might change that over to a pond. Yeah, it looks good. I am happy with the result. I just gotta get the mud bricks now and come out here with the mud bricks. I think I still have quite a bit left over, but not much. See how far that gets me. I doubt it's gonna get me very far. That's fine. Evolve soon. Something seems different. What makes you say that? Good to see you, by the way. I think it's the background. Maybe. I'm not sure there's anything really super different, though. I feel like everything's fairly the same. IRL. How you doing, by the way? Okay, so far so good. Looks really good. Nice space to work on more create stuff in this area, so that'll be nice. I'll light this up with torches here and there. Display some light. Probably. That would definitely do it, I'd imagine. I haven't seen you here in a while. We've always been on Discord talking, so we've rarely seen each other. You've rarely seen me on stream. Still, it's possible that things are different. I don't know. You don't see the goat skin? Oh, yeah. The goat skin is out of picture. Yeah. That might be one of the issues. Bear skin. Like, I would actually have a bear skin. You know how big those things are? That thing is so big. That'd make my goat skin look like a rabbit skin. Which I actually have. As well. But, jeez. Bear skin. There you go. That looks good. Actually might turn them into lanterns, but for now, that gives us a good basis point. But I do have the goat skin. It's still here. It's to my... It's that direction. Just to prove it. There he is. There's the goat. Ow. It's been like this for a while, yeah. It hasn't really changed too much in recent time. It's been pretty similar. I mean, I've not changed too much in here. If anything at all, to be honest. I don't think you're crazy, though. Pretty sane to me. I forgot about the bee's nest. I forgot I completed that quest. Okay. If you notice anything different, let me know, because I don't honestly know, to be honest. That's cool. Gave me a large copycat wheel for completing that quest. Chicken eggs. Alright. So I need mud. I'm just gonna leave him here. There's really no need to bring him along to what I'm about to go do, so. Alrighty. Over to the mud biome. I'm actually gonna walk away from where I've been digging from, just so that I don't create this like that. That looks okay, but I don't want that to be like that all the time. I want to dig somewhere away from my home so I don't ruin the landscape look. Somewhere I'm not gonna notice that's not problematic to deal with. But honestly, at this point, I think it's just underneath these flats, so I can't see it. Just gotta deal with the monsters. And a mine shaft. That's cool. Alright, well, I really find it hard to believe that 64 stacks or this many mud is gonna not be enough. Like, I have a feeling that's gonna be enough, to be honest. Actually, I might keep these 2 stacks for the lake, in case I do decide to build that pond. So that would come in really handy to make this lake, like, kind of, like, pre-built. What the? Oh, you know work. Oh, I'm freaking starving. Da 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 dun dun da 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 da. I guess I probably get rid of the bamboo farm now. I don't actually need that hand-me-down bamboo farm anymore. Thank you, my dear friend. I really hate misplacing things, but I'm just gonna come back and clean it up afterwards. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, well, maybe that, yeah, has changed. I think I had to change a bit of it because of, so I'm doing vertical streaming as well as horizontal. So maybe that's the culprit as to why it looks a little different. But yes, I am crazy. I don't think you're crazy. But that might be the culprit as to why it looks a little different, though. Actually, I think I'm gonna build a pond over here. How you doing, by the way? Too much. There we go. Perfect. Felt weird not seeing the goat skin when I watched it vertically. That's fair. Good. Well, I gotta get rid of this, or at least report this. Oh, nope, not that. Ah, not Chinat. Happy to hear you're doing good, though. What have you been up to today so far? I definitely don't want to use the bricks. I think I'd rather just use the packed mud. don't know why I'm doing this, I just think it looks good. This has like no purpose inside the build. But I think it'll be looking very nice once I'm done. On what? What did you get for a prize? For these people? Just fun to spend without thinking. What did you buy? Oh, I ran out of mud. That's fine. That looks big enough for a small pond. Alright. About a couple buckets, and then I'm just gonna need some kelp. Actually, I left it downstairs. 21 prizes for 31 euros each. That's a rough amount of freaking money. For what seems like a very small project. Unless I could be wrong, though. So there's no particular prize, huh? Just a bunch of random stuff. Looks good. Bruh. Hey, there we go. Cool. Nice. Wireless headphones, coffee machine, board games, etc. Gift cards. Okay, that's fair. At least those are some decent gifts. Now, I hope that fish spawn in that. I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if it don't. But it is what it is if it don't. I'm not gonna cry about it, but it would be nice. Kind of see some fishies in the little pond just chilling. If not, I guess I could always extract some from somewhere. Okay, so that is done. I got all the parts of the walls created. Now I got to get the next part, which is getting the look done. So many some fences. Probably spruce. Pretty cool though that you guys got that kind of stuff. So how do they win these, or how do they win these prizes, by the way? Like, what is the way in which they would acquire these gifts? Balance. That's also why I left those borders around, because I knew this was kind of my idea here. Except for here, this doesn't count. But this does allow me to add, like, these support areas right here. I probably should have one over here. I was gonna do it on the outside as well when I'm done, but I'll do that in a little bit. think those are fine. I don't think I need to do those. Then again, it's not like it's hard. I do like this pond feature. It looks really nice. And some depth. Works. Works. That torch over. Works. Just gonna put those in there. Looks good. Actually, we're organizing a forum so students can meet with companies. We made stamp cards. If you complete this 10 stamps, you have a lottery ticket, so it's random. Okay, so it's by ticket. Okay. That's what I was wondering, how they won it. Okay, that works. Makes sense. So it just motivates students to try to actually, like, use the stuff. Okay, I get you. It basically just tells them, hey, you know, try your luck. But it also gets them into these areas where these people are at to have a chat with them. That's fair. I still gotta go on the outside and do this, but I'm just gonna finish this up. I think that's... Well... I have the resources. Back to get more fence. Sticks. Links. And a whole butt ton of fence. There are 30 lots in total and 500 students, so it's reasonable. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's what... 500 students divided by 300, so it's less than 1 in 100 chance, or a little more than one. Wait, no. So it's about less than 1 in 100 chance, probably like maybe 1 in like 0.5 in 100 chance to win. I don't know, or 0.33 in chance to win out of the total students. I don't know. I'm trying to do quick math in my head, but either way, it's not bad. Pretty decent chance for a student to win a prize in your guys' competition. Obviously not the point of it, but again, like you said, it's just meant to kind of get them investigating and have them go out and try to do stuff. .5% around. Yeah, it's fair. I couldn't do the math in my head, so I knew it was something fairly simple. So that's not a bad chance. That's a fair chance. That's if they actually do the odd, the odds and look at the odds and say, can I win that? But I don't think they will. They'll probably just do it just for fun. Either way, I like the idea. I think it's a great idea. I'm happy you're able to be part of that organization and organizing this event for these young students to have some, for one, fun, and two, to get into these corporations. I think that's pretty freaking neat. So, what exactly is been your responsibility? Is it just to get the prizes, or has there been any other part of logistics you've been a part of? If I may add to that question. That's good. Okay, so you are the treasurer, so you are the money guy. Gotcha. Pretty cool. Have you enjoyed being the treasurer so far? Actually, I might actually leave that. Okay. Gotcha. You haven't done much, honestly, so you really don't know if you enjoy it or not, is what I'm getting. Yeah, it's fair. Be sure honest. And I gotta give credit to where credit is due here. Dang. Yeah, we'll just put mud. Make it look stable, at least. But at least for the part that you have done, have you enjoyed it so far? If you can at least answer that part. I don't know if you can answer that part, but... maybe. That's weird. There's like a certain moment where that thing stops working. Can't even tell it's working or not. I don't imagine I need much more than 64. I find that very hard to believe. Okay. So, okay, gotcha. Well, fair enough. It's been in preparation for 6 months. Hang on, this thing must be a decent event then. Anyway, I'm happy for you. At least you're part of a nice group that's focusing on trying to help these students. So that's freaking sick. Oh, wait, wrong space. Bruh. You know what? I'll just leave this. For now. I gotta get more stuff anyway for that, but I'm gonna just leave it for now. I like that. It has this nice structural feel that you could spend wood on, and it's not like crazy expensive. And it adds that structured feel. I like that very much. That way everything doesn't feel so, like, basic. Has some depth to it. So. Me like it. I like it lots. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more spruce. So I'm gonna do something with trapdoors. Okay, so it's not in here. Makes me want to play Minecraft. Start working on your dragon statue. At least it's getting you some inspiration. Now I'll put doors there. And this is the main gate. It will, but that's the whole point of it. We're just hanging out. Like, we're not gonna do any... Like, what else are we gonna do, you know? It's not like we're in a mod pack where we have, like, a lot of stuff to do, so... We're just playing a very basic version of the game and just having fun. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Nah. I like this concept, though. I guess I don't need that torch. Oh, okay. I did not know you were making an observation, my bad. I'm happy we share the same idea about it. It's not that big a deal. I think I'm looking forward to it. So, for what it's worth. Now that we have a proper base location, it'll make it that much easier. Maybe. I think you're thinking a little too much, though. I don't think it's gonna take that long. Might take maybe like one session to build a statue. That's why we're getting resources first, so if we do start building a statue, we're not having to go back and forth. Otherwise, then we would be there for 6 months. You gotta turn those back into regular planks. I mean, this only took me like an hour and 13 minutes to build this wall, so... But that was with like a wand and everything, so... It only took me about like an hour to build all this. And then like with some of the mechanics of create, like an hour of waiting. Or like a few hours of AFK time. So not bad. All things considered. Alright, so I am going to take a small break from building, and I'm going to figure out a place where I want to do this crushing wheel setup. I guess right here is probably a good spot for it, or even right here. The hard part about doing this create stuff is you gotta figure out where you want to put your stuff. And I guess there's a way to get outside. Looks like it's behind this pillar. It is. So I could extend that and use that as my base part. So, that works. That one there. That's where that one needs to go. Alright, so that goes there. And that gives me some space back here to work. Chefs. And we're overstressed. Oh, how? Yeah, I mean, I am taking that into account. It's gonna take that long. I think you're looking a little too much for what we're gonna take. Yeah. Well, it's burning through all the wood faster than it can get started. There you go. I still think it won't be that bad, though, to be honest, Wilson. I think it'll be nice and simple and fun. Should be fairly interesting to try to figure out how we're going to make that work. Actually, I need chain drives. Wait. No, I don't. I just need shafts in 2 of these. 2 gearboxes. So that one's going like that. So, arm. Kitty! Never used to amaze me how slow this freaking tree farm is. Just never ceases. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Alright, so now I gotta set up a depository system and recovery. Which is as simple as using 2 chutes and chests. And shaft that. I play with this mod way too much to know how this crap works. Let's see, don't need those anymore. Chest. But with that being done, now I can actually make proper amounts of iron with washing setup. So now I can take all this ore and crush it and wash it. Including you. Which I think, does that turn straight into crushed iron? It does. Okay. Good. Good. Do you get crushed? No, you just bulk. That's fair. Anyways, time to crush the ore. What's also actually a fortuna. I actually don't even need the iron, to be honest, but I'm going to do it anyway. I have an iron farm going, so I don't need it anymore. Okay, Volsoon. I appreciate you staying for a little bit and saying hello. It's always good to see you. On stream. Yeah, I might just keep the iron. Use it for other means and stuff. Oh, there you go. Even reasons to keep it. Is there any worth your block? Other than creating roads? Not one bit. In that case, I might as well just crush it. Holy XP. Holy XP. And then this gets washed into nuggets and nether quartz. Cool, I'm gonna break level 30 in no time. Alright, assuming how slow my fan is, I better get started on washing this stuff. But I did set up the crushing wheels, so huzzah! Excelsior. As a man once said. That should be washing. That it is. Albeit very slowly. I was probably need to set up garden areas for the bees, or else they're gonna get really far from base to get their stuff. I'll probably need to set that up. Set up little garden beds for them to go to. Oh yeah, it's washing all right. It'll take forever though. You know, actually, I have that one speed controller. I'm gonna use this just to see, so that way I'm not having to mine blocks and figure this out. If I wanted to speed this up, I could do that. All I would have to do is put a speed controller there, and then put a... Okay, so it is possible. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't want to do that. And we'll just dig straight down. First things first, I can probably go put down the speed controller. It ain't gonna kill anything. And I would imagine 32 is a good speed for the fan. Oh, wait. Ew. Oh, I just need to make a parallel, right? If I remember correctly, that's all you need to do. That'll be fine. Bingo. Ah! I think that works. Okay, there it goes. It's better. No one's ever gonna see that anyway, so... No harm, no foul. Alright, well, made a nice steady improvement to my floating. I feel like I could probably do that like a lot faster. Oh, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Crikey. Faster. Or... What if I just went like... Oh, wrong way. There you go. Attaboy. If that's the case, I might as well go ahead and put this back then. since it doesn't matter. Cool thing is, fan hasn't changed, and things going as fast as can be. So, rate's going. It should be pretty well full here in a little bit. Might want to consider getting a different chest, especially when I'm bulk washing like this. Nice. Put all these in the wash bin. Into the wash bin with you. Yeah, actually, me not worry about it. Oh, I probably should. Just clear it out, then put it away. Clear it out, put it away every now and again while I'm thinking about it. Anyways, crushing wheels are done. I have set up the proper location of base. That was the ultimate goal here. That away. Not bad. So far, 37 ingots. Can't remember how much it gives in washing. So it does give you an ingot worth, and then it also just gives you extra. Okay. So it just gives you a bit extra than just the ingot. Which is fair. It's fair. I don't care about no big cogwheel. I don't care about no fluid pipes. But I guess I can just... Now that I'm in my base, I guess I can take them and put them away. Cat large cogwheel. Don't care about that. Put them in their proper location. Okay. That being said, that is done. I'm not getting into trains yet. I'm not getting into conduits. I'm not getting into hypertube pipes or vessels or silos yet. I'm not getting into the diving sets, as I'm not going to be underwater just yet. I did want to work on storage and working on getting everything a bit sorted, which I can't exactly remember what they use for storage solutions in this game. Is it just sophisticated? Okay, so it's just sophisticated. So I'll have to work with that. That's fine, honestly. I should be able to just use like a barrel and then put a void thing in it to get rid of whatever I don't need. So that should work. Let's see, barrel, barrel, barrel. I guess in this case a chest. Actually, I already have a freaking golden chest. What am I saying? For some reason, it needs me to have a specific chest in here. There. Happy. Display labeled items. You can do that. I already knew about that. Packing tape helps you move stuff. Storage tool, paintbrush, decoration. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not worried about the iron tiers. I'm not worried about the storage links. Guess just the upgrade base, to be honest. Just wood and iron. Let's see. I don't need pickup. I don't need jukebox. Don't need any of these. Tinkering table. Don't need that. Definitely need a void upgrade. I'm also going to need a storage upgrade specifically. Which I guess is a tier 1. And then I guess I'll do the iron tier at least. Alright, 2 redstone, 3 obsidian, 1 diamond. Or ender pearl. Hopefully I have that. 3. I don't have an ender pearl. Well, that should be something easily I can get. 15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I don't feel like going anywhere else, so I'm gonna go to the nether. Sorry, guys. Whoop. Let's see. So there's another, whatchamacallit, in that direction. There was another forest, warp forest in this direction. Should have the mobs I'm looking for. I ate all my sandwiches. Sad. Oh, I have potatoes. Should be somewhere over here. There it is. Can't remember if this thing actually has the special mobs or not. Based on that sound, I'm going to say no. Oh, I don't have a boat in my inventory for some reason. And of course, I can't make a boat. That's fine. We have a quadcopter. I can just use that for... It's basically the same thing. Or not. Well, never mind then. Even drop a pearl. No. Not a bad weapon. She's trying to come over to me. I think it died. Oops. Oh well. Come on out, Mr. Enderman. I need your pearls. Heard that. Thanks. That's what I needed. Great. There's Pearl. Okay, well, Cutlass and Battle Axe aren't too bad of a combo to have on hand. Cutlass is for quicker beings, and the axe for slower. Also, like a spaceship on that piece of rock. Already looted that. Well, but it's worth, not a bad nether spawn. Not a great one either, but a horrid for what my purposes are. Well, I'm sure someone would look at this place and think of it just a criminal justice. I don't know. There it is. You. Got my prone, I'm going back. So nice to have a nice safe area to come out to right after I get it back home. Okay. That's the pattern I need for one of the upgrades. That and a pearl. Well, I think I should have to upgrade this to the golden variant for more. So I will need to do that. Just need 8 pieces of wood. Also need to enchant this. Oh, why not? Efficiency. Ooh, no sir. I'll take a better version than that. Try again. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can actually get Silk Touch. That works. I found that I'm breaking 2 Silk Touch. Because that'll come in handy for watermelon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those. Perfect. And then 1 diamond, 2 gold. And I think it's like a 3 redstone. That void, golden, and 1 diamond. I'll put all this meat away. Exactly why I need to change this chest out. Let's see. So this can go here. First things first is to avoid any shoes, ignoring the NBT. Works in UI. There it goes. Bowls are not necessary. I don't think I would want tripwire hooks. And even then, they're really cheap to make. Yeah, they don't really have any reason to be used, so. And the fact that they can be traded, I guess I'll keep them. I like the insects. Hunger, villager hunger can stay. I don't care about that. Water bottles can... Black and white film. They can be brewed. Bottles aren't really hard to create, so... Just delete them. There's no perfectly acceptable reason to keep those. Lily pads are fine. I'd get lily pads. Fishing rods, sure. It can go. Then string is fine? I would say so. So is everything else pretty much. Everything else is fine. What it's worth. I really can't think of what else this thing would be harvesting that would require me to need more. Cool. Alright, well that makes that farm a bit more profitable. Without loss. These can all just be deleted. To turn into bone meal to recycle, but I just do not care. Just want them out of the inventory. Oh, we'll keep the poison. 20 hours later. This part takes for freaking ever. Just leave it there for a minute. Nice. I really wish the crafting upgrade would work with... Well, I guess actually I could just, duh. Forget the technology I have available to me. Alright, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, or you, or you, or you, or you. Don't need any of this. And then rotten tomatoes have absolutely a useless tendency except for biomass. So goodbye to rotten tomatoes. Turn these into tomato crates. That works. Let's go put all this stuff in here for now. Turn these into cabbage crates. We can stay. And not the biggest haul of rice. I don't know why rice is so freaking painful to harvest, but whatever. And I would rather process that. In fact, I think I should go to the grinder. I can. And these can just turn into onion crates, because I have so many onions. Alrighty then. Not a bad haul. Not a bad haul at all. I definitely don't need the flour, but I'll deal with that in a minute. Oh, whatever. I'll just get rid of the carrots and everything. Whenever I'm ready to feed them again, I'll feed them. Let's see, rice and wheat. There's that. Carrots and potatoes. Your box. Onions and beetroot. Onion crate. Tomatoes and cabbage. Cool. Alright. That looks good to me. So I did want to create like, these little garden splotches here. So that way the bees don't have far to go whenever they come out of their little hive. I'll make those above ground. Actually, no, I won't. That works. If anything will bring life into the area. I can also put trees in here as well and make this place seem a bit more lively. See, we need grass. And I'm gonna need flowers. And maybe even some saplings to make this place look nice. Let's take these and go put them in out there. And purple sage, cornflowers, oxeye daisies, these clover patches, moss carpets, dandelions, if I have so many, and whatever other hootenanny I have here. Maybe I can actually get frogs, actually put them here, actually. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe at some point. Let's see. Would like to see a nice birch here. See an oak or two here. Hopefully those things grow up. Oxeyes. Full of roses. Dandelions, of course. Can't forget the yellow bellies. There's a couple of spruce trees in the area. Actually, I might just make this into a 2x2 tree. Have a good spruce 2x2 tree area. Then place down some moss carpet. I don't have nearly enough to do what I want to do, but that's alright. Put some clovers down. Put some flower patches. Actually, I don't like that one. I'd rather keep that like that. Put a couple oaks down. Lava patches. These daisies. Hopefully the bees can pathfind their way to these locations with the flowers. Red, throw a bit of yellow, or a bit of white, yellow, and blue. Throw down a birch, throw down an oak. I think that's plenty flowers for these mighty little bees to do their work, and also gives me plenty of space to do my own work within the constraints. You know, since these guys are here anyway, this takes like a couple seconds. Carpet, this. There's not even any bees in there. Even though I hear noises. Oh, whatever. At least it looks cool. Let me go turn this wood back to normal. Despite hearing the bees, there's not even any bees in there. It's kind of sad. Oh. Guess I'll find another one and dismantle this one. Have to find another. Put a campfire right there, look nice. Alright, let me go put away all my stuff I've gathered from this endeavor. At least whenever I have bees, it'll still be a nice place to have them come to. Maybe I'll have a bee spawn in one of the trees. That'd be kind of nice and lucky. See if it looks on my side, or see if God's on my side. Well, see if God's on my side today with that decision. Don't need that. Don't need the chest or the wood. Don't need the gyrocopter. Actually, give me the extra pair of pliers or shears. Those away. Oh no, I have an extra wrench. And then the cobble needs to get turned back into regular cobble. Either way, definitely get started working on these challenges, and that's what I'll probably start working on. I've made the wall, I've made the crushers, I did the organizing I wanted to do, just to make the farms a bit more efficient. So, the only thing left now is to look into the order of engineers and see what I can get started on. Tortilla chips. Made from a tortilla. That's simple. And you make a tortilla by cooking corn dough. And you get corn dough by mixing 3 corn cobs with water. Okay, so definitely one of the thoughts on the mind. Mechanical belts are really easy. And that would actually just benefit me in general, but I'm assuming I have to give it to him. So I need 256, which means I need 128 times 6. Oh, okay, math. 128 times 6. Let's see, 128 times 6. 48. 12, 16. So I need 768 pieces of cured rubber. And that has to get times by 4. Because that equals 1 each. 32. 24. 27. I need 3,772 pieces of kelp. That has to be dried and processed. At this point, I am tempted just to take the farm and turn it into a factory for belts, since they require such a task. So what I guess I could do is I could create a plate here, put a water wheel, whatever, do the whole speed contraption, put the conveyor thing, launch it into the base, which may be a bit more harder than thought. I could always use a conveyor belt to maneuver stuff around if need be. Yeah, because that's going to be a bit rough with location. That's actually the perfect spruce tree I wanted. Oh no. Why are we broken? you get a stick? I feel like I need 2 of these things to do this. Actually, let me go make a second arm. I'm gonna have this thing run off sticks. This thing's gonna need a second. It's gonna need a brother. 8. Things I do to make this place run somewhat efficiently. Alright, so 1 piece of brass to make a brass casing. 3 brass sheets, so additional brass sheet. Already got the mechanism. And then it said 1 piece of... It's not in there, you nitwit. I'm also gonna need 1 log. Perfect. And pause my brass ingot. Collect. I should be able to run this right next to it, so I don't really see the problem here. Yeah, but I guess I can't just copy the settings. Not mean to break that. Oop. I'm not breaking that. That. And it should give me general access to all of them. Except for... It is what it is. It's gonna be a minute. I think still works, right? Good. There you go. There you go, now she better round the sticks they have. You just need a twin brother. All he needed. Like in order to not stress this, I just need like another pipe thing that I can just attach somehow. Or maybe it's just me. Whatever. Jeez, man. It's full saplings. Nice, the other one grew up finally. Look very nice in the coming days. Alright, so I'm gonna need to make a conveyor belt that makes dried rubber. So I'm gonna need conveyor belts, which makes dried rubber. Which means I'm gonna need a smoking setup. Which I can't show that part. And then I'm also gonna need a mixing setup. Then launchers, and then pipes. And launchers and pipes. That launch part already kind of got going for me. Got that. Got the mechanical launchers. I don't know why there's Podzol in here. I have some of the pipes I'm gonna need. I don't think I want to make a buffer tank. Makes no sense. I already have the mixer apparently, which is helpful. Box. What am I looking for? A gear. Just turned into that. Comes that. I am definitely gonna need a speed controller, so I'm not running this thing on freaking Mach nothing. Or can I just do it from like just no? Okay. So these run at 256 SU. Hold on. Since I know those things run at a decent speed, and I know it's not going to cause that much different problems for what I'm about to do right now. For those of you who want to know, I'm just basically just trying to see if I can somehow keep this running without having to affect too much. And that should be possible by just adding a water wheel. All I gotta do is put water here. At least I think. That works. I should give it the extra oomph of power I would hope it needs just to stay running. There you go. And with that running in the same direction, I like to hope that just kind of keeps everything just running a bit longer. Whenever I'm not monitoring the poor beast. I don't know why it's holding its logs. It makes no sense. You know, I want to be okay with it, honestly. But I'm just not. God, it's one block. You gotta be kidding me. It is one singular block. Wait, is it one block? Or was I just seeing things? Oh, I was just seeing things. Hey, the oak tree grew. That's actually a perfect oak tree, just needs a bit of trimming. There you go. Alright, let's hope we get a better one. I just want one that has like a bit more foliage than what it gave me. That's a good tree. That's a fine birch tree I saw grow up. And so far the spruces have done very immaculately on their growth. Alright, so I gotta figure out how to bring power over here. And I gotta somehow incorporate it into the base. I guess this could just be the whole setup, I guess. This wouldn't be a bad setup. I'm going to have to make a couple more water wheels for my needs. I guess what I could do is I could deposit onto a thrower. There's a water wheel here, whatever, with a speed controller. It yeets it over to here. There's a conveyor belt system waiting. It delivers it in. And then I gotta make a mixing setup. So I might need a couple more throwers, because I would much rather do it. I think back here is a good spot for all the mechanics. I could just throw a little further, I guess. I don't know why I don't just do that. Just throw a little further. And then it comes in... I don't really want to make it come in underneath, so we'll just go in through the door. Comes over here, gets conveyor belted, goes over here. Makes a turn, comes over here. This will be the mixing station. It'll get mixed into rubber. Rubber then gets deposited onto the rack that'll dry on. It goes this way. Fan comes that way. Chest comes here. And then after it's come dry to rubber, then it'll go into a chest over here for collection. Then I will get 6 crafters. Actually, how do you make that into a conveyor? Okay, so it has to be crafters. So 6 crafters will come over here, which will then blah, 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 and then turn into the eventual mechanical belt, which will end up here. So fairly small build, but not bad. I'm not exactly looking very hesitantly. I'm looking very hesitantly on the whole. I gotta feed it in, but let's actually just go through here. I mean, I could do it. Unfortunately, this tree has to go, though. Yeah, this tree has to go. I'm sorry, young one. We will replace your children. So that they will not die, will have died in vain. Otherwise... So, belts... Kind of want to do this backwards almost, but not super backwards. So that goes there. That goes there. And this has to come up from, I think, here. Wait. 1 up, 1 up, 1 up. Why not? These are belts, bruh. Shaft to shaft. Okay, well that worked. Oh, am I too freaking short? Oh, just too freaking short. Okay, that has to come to about here. Okay, that goes in there, that goes into the hole. That goes all the way across to here. And then that will get deposited onto a cauldron with a... Not a cauldron, but whatever it is. This will get deposited onto the mixer setup, which will go right about... Sorry, torch. That'll go right about there. And that should, with the way it does, I think it just dumps, because that's 1 block ahead. So I'm pretty sure that's fine. Just gonna put the torch there, because why not? I'll put it above. Yeah. Hi, friend. You like the new home? Oh, thanks for the remark. You enjoy yourself. Anyways. Alright, so let's see. Weighted ejector. Got that part set up now, so... Oi. This goes all the way over here. Into the hole. That'll connect to a water wheel system. That gets thrown over here. That goes through the belts. The belts then come over here. They get dropped into a funnel, which I need my... Where are my chests? What did I do with them? There. I just need 5 of these. Okay, and then this goes here. Those drop in, those go into there. At least I'm fairly sure. Yes, thank you very much. And then... I think that has to go up one. The only problem is I don't know if belts work like that. I can't remember if they can go in directly onto the next. Or directly into like a cauldron. Figure that. Okay, I know about angles, I know about horizontally, I know about diagonally, I know about vertically, I know about horizontally. Yeah, thanks. And then... I know about the entities. I know about the casement. Okay. So that does not help me with what I was trying to figure out. What I was trying to figure out is... Can hold items and fluids for processing. After they do that, they go to below them. Yeah, I know that. Outputs will be caught by the inventory below. Contain items created for the processing. The useful output should be used to ingredients. Filter. Okay. Okay. Crikey. Yeah, I already know about compacting. Thank you. Alright, well, that didn't help. I'm just gonna do this, and then I will just dig into the floor. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just dig into the floor. So, I already know, like, 4 is, like, a good number for this situation. Then a fan will go there. That'll blow into this, by the way. Almost forgot. Gotta make an infinite water source. So, I guess I could just go right underneath the basin. The water there. Water there. I mean, no, water there. Ooh, actually, that kind of creates a complication here. I'll just go make a sink. Because that's easier to figure out how to modify that, too. Because I can put the sink there and down and then in. So, we'll just do that. Perfect. And we put the sink right there, and that'll figure out problems without having to overthink things to make things work. Alright, and then that'll be dried. That'll be cured rubber. Cured rubber deposits onto conveyor belt. Conveyor belt is moving as slow as can be at about a snail's pace. Snail's pace comes over here. This is a fan. Fan blows hot. Or this is a campfire. This is a fan. Fan blows onto campfire into belt. Belt cures rubber. Rubber then goes into input chest with, or I guess, chest here with one of those funnels. Chest then... I think I do this. Do I need to see the crafting happen? I could do this underground. I probably don't. So what I could do then is I could get 6 crafters, put them in chest, drop them into underground thing network. There's 6 of them here. Then fan system blows up items into repository chest, but that does sound kind of dull. We just got to get to it, and I'll have to figure it out as it goes along, because honestly, my brain's starting to freaking have a whack at me. Nice, that's exactly the type of tree I wanted. Same there. Now, the windmill does cut through it, but we just ignore that. Okay, so anyways, I need to get a windmill. I mean, water wheels. And preferably, do I want 3 big ones? Probably. That would probably come in very handy. That goes there. Those get twirled about. Those are chests, you nitwit. I will need those. One, two, three, four, five, six. Going around a circle. Water wheels come big water wheels. And I go take a nap. All of this just to make 256 belts, by the way. Just to automate the belt production. Okay, so those go there for now. It's never good when you have to say as a creator. So sink needs to be made still, so this needs to be a chest. And then this goes deposit. Actually, I just thought something. Delete that. I just had a bloody idea. Where are they? What is the thing called? They added these, and I just thought about this. Item silo. So, barrel and 2 iron sheets. Bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant. They having that? And then items. Barrels, barrels. Ain't gonna be in there, Joseph. Okay, definitely don't need the spruce. I don't know why I still have that in my inventory. Of course not. I'm just gonna do that for now. And rotate, rotate. Those back. Turn them into item silos. And this allows me to do vertical item exchange without all the need of figuring out how to do that properly. And since I have infinite iron and at this point infinite wood, I am not freaking caring. And that gives me that. And then that allows me to insert here, drop here, and reinsert back here into a 6x6 whatever hootenanny. And then the output chest will be here with the appropriated needs. So, huzzah! Now I just gotta get to crafting everything. Hey, depression. Alright, first things first, I actually need to re-up my, I just completely forgot about the farm, the iron and all that. I definitely need to re-up my brass, as I do not have enough. $64 gold. 64 gold. Copper nuggets. Oh, I think it's gonna take forever. I knew I should upgrade that chest to golden. I still can, I guess, real quick. I have one left. Alright, now if we don't need the bowl, I don't need the sapling. I don't know why I even have that here. These can go away for now. I need that. I don't need the silo. I don't need the dirt. To be honest, this stuff can just piss off. Don't need that. Alright, let me go put this bowl away, and then go put this chest down there for the repository. Or the... For the receptacle chest. There. Alright, I guess I'll make breast later. Okay, but I'm gonna need, like, 2 of these, I think. Then again, I think I actually have enough to make 3, so... Nope, just 2. Sick. One log. Piece of brass. 1 precision mechanism. 2 of those. And then I also need to make the kitchen sink. So 3 iron, 5 terracotta. Perfect. Don't think I need pipes anymore. Pretty sure I have all the necessary pipes that I need right here. Nice, all tree 3s grew properly. This one grew exactly how I wanted it to grow. It's not too big, not too small. Provides just a bit more of a proper size. Anyways, so that falls into the pipe. Unless, I wonder. Does gravity work? Dang it. Of course, gravity doesn't work. This is Minecraft. So that works. These need to go over here. At least one of them do. I think actually the cool part is I can actually put this, for now. Is that not flowing water? I think it would be flowing water. Oh, yeah. There you go, it hides the evidence. Wait. Okay, no, that won't get in the way. Good. And 1 gear, and 1 of these rotationary things. One of these. Ooh, that is a bit rough. Well, there's a way to fix it. Piece of dirt. Just gotta use an extra shaft. There. And then I'm gonna need 2 chain drives. Oh, 64 enough? 96 should be enough. I find it kind of hard to believe that it wouldn't be. I'm gonna need 1 of these. Place that on there. Don't need these anymore. cover that crap up. Okay, so I'm gonna need a filter so I can filter out only the kelp. And then I'm also gonna need 2 chain drives. Also, just... Where did they go? Oh, there they are. I find it very hard to believe that these will not be spinning in the right direction. That's fine, I can't really cover that inside one, unfortunately, with the way the things are. That should be good. And then... that away. Pain meds time. But everything seems to be going well. Everything seems to be coming together well. That'll be one of the challenges on its way to completion while I'm just kind of meandering. Okay, so that goes there. I'm actually gonna need a lot of chain drives because the way this is gonna work. So I'm gonna go get those chain drives. I'll just get 10. 3. Okay, one more. Should be this and this. So we'll see how 10 does me well. I also need to get a filter, which I can use the rest of the iron nuggets for. See, gray wool. Put it away. Small filter, and then I only want kelp, so I'll have to do that whenever I get down there. Away. Okay, so how do I want this water wheel? So I probably want the water wheel here somewhere. Probably underground. And then I'll have it connect to this on its own. And then I'll have the gear ratio thing somewhere around here somewhere so that it comes off of this. So that means I'm going to want to put these in a certain way here in a moment. That works. Alright. Chest, kelp, this, kelp, allow, kelp, check. Oh, I could have just done... Why'd I do that? Duh. Hello? Oh, right, I forgot how this thing freaking works. It's really annoying when it comes to this part. I really hope that still works in spite of, like, the giant chasm. Dum, 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 dum. Alright. Okay, well, you can turn around right now because you're producing way too much right now. So we are not ready for you yet. He's like, does that have something to do with the water wheel or not? Oh, it looks like it's the water wheel. Or, I mean, the dirt path has to take. What? It works. Okay, I'm assuming that means that it's waiting for the, Or you know what it probably is? Probably because of the belt. Alright, yeah, you can stop there now. It is probably waiting for the belt. Because for some reason when it comes to this belt style, it doesn't like this belt. When it comes to receiving. So. There we go. And that should still work. That it is. Alright, let's see if it throws kelp over there, even with... That was it. Alright, so the issue was the type of belt. Because you do not like this kind of belt. Other than that, I just need to make sure we're sending at least more than one, so... we'll send half a stack. Or close to half a stack, anyway. Alright, well that should go flying to whatever direction it wants to go to into Narnia. So. Next part is getting all this crap set up. So it's gotta go 5, but I want the wheel to go right here. I'm just gonna need a bucket and some water. And I can just put the... Should be able to mine a hole right here, and there's some spot right there for me to get into. And then grab some water from the pond. Was that because of the difference? There it goes. And one more. Imagine the same situation. Alright. So that should be enough power to do what I need. I hope. Always needing more gearboxes, never having enough. Get in there. Turn that to a vertical. Ooh. That is the wrong direction, which means I gotta turn the water around. Which means it has to go that way. Oh gosh darn it. Why? Oh, because it broke the wheel. There we go. Okay, then I can just add a rotation speed controller here. Put a large wheel. And then some of it faster. some more of these. Put that there. Then I'm gonna need a... I don't know if I really want to do that. I think just doing a vertical gearbox would probably be better. Put that down. Inside casing. Turning that vertical. There. Small gear. Okay. And I gotta do one up and over. Yay, the fun of doing cogs. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I should be bringing water into the basin now, so that is... Let's cover all this up. So, this is going at a very, 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 very slow pace. This is going at a... Now I gotta get this thing to go in the opposite direction. Ooh. So we'll just do that. And then that'll be the campfire. This will be the fan, so it has to go there. And hopefully that makes the thing go fast. Hopefully that thing makes it go forward. I really like the fact that this is all like just hidden away behind like all the trees. You can kind of see the create components, but you can't see the create components. Anyways. Oh, I still also got to somehow connect the, They're the, conveyors. Which, what if I did this? So we do that. Oh, I can't. It's just far enough. Well. Only real option I have is this, and then getting another gearbox out. And seeing if that goes actually even in the right direction. If not, I have to turn it into a big gearbox. I mean, a parallel gearbox. That goes there, these go here. Nope. So it has to be a parallel gearbox. Perfect. I think it's all sealed up. Then I need these. I'm actually gonna need 2 more, actually. It's just fine, I guess. It's not the worst deal in the world. Let's seal this up. And then let me go grab some iron. I also make the encased fan. I almost forgot. So that. 4 sheets of iron. Two, 3, 4, and then 1 more additional for the additional 1. Or the sheets. One of these, one of those. Find that to a propeller. And shaft. Alright, let's see if this even blows in the right direction. Nope, that is sucking. So I just need 2 gears, which I can pull out of my hat here. And that should be blowing now. Whee! Ah, I'm getting stuck. How hard is that blowing? Hard enough. Go seal this off. Take these and... Okay, so it does not go where I thought it would. Which makes things a bit complicated. Hmm. Well, I have the additional, case chain drive, so... what I can do... just put mechanical belt full. And put these here. Let me put another belt here. To here. And then we just gotta seal that crap up. It's fine. Okay, which also means I don't need this whole contraption then. Just have to go straight from here to here. Oh, wait. Wait, is that because it transferred? That's weird. Whatever. If it works, it works. I'm not gonna let me get force in the mouth. The only big thing I want to know about this is... okay, so it does hop into it now. Good. That's all that matters. Okay. Looks good. That's ready to go. That's also ready to go. Now I just gotta get a campfire out. And then I also need to put on the funnels before I forget. Which are over here in this one. Shepherd's pie. Let's see. 1, 2. So that one goes there. That goes in. And then I don't think I can set filters on it, but I don't think you'll need it. That'll come out. And then there'll be another one hopefully here that can hopefully enter into the 6 friends. Alright, let me go get the campfire made, and then I'll also get the crafters made, and then I'll come back. Crafters. There they are. And so I'm just gonna need 2 of each. So 2 redstone, 2 iron sheets, 2 brass casing, 2... okay. It's a fairly easy recipe considering. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. 2 quartz. Away. And then I'm also gonna need 2 brass. 8 planks. And 2 pieces of log. Okay, got those. I still have that piece of sandpaper on me. No, okay, I threw that out. That's fine. Just didn't know if I did or not. And then I should be able to combine the things in my inventory, so I'm gonna put these ready to go. And it's all the way back here. Find those into the tubes. Put some mechanical crafters. Then I'm at the mine into that to access the back of these for a moment. Connect all these together. Okay. Down to the right. And to the right. Alright, looks good. And then I gotta put... I forgot to make the campfire while I was over there, but whatever. Need one more funnel. And hopefully that drops how I think it's gonna drop into it. I guess there's also a hopper. I might just do that. Just do hopper. That makes a little bit more sense in my mind. So other than the campfire, I just need a hopper. See, whatever I don't need needs to get out of my inventory. Alright, so hopper... Fire. Hopper and a campfire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3. Piece of charcoal. Coal, logs, and no sticks. Also ran out when I was making all those fences. Alright, so there's that. Then a hopper. I don't need the pipes. Keep the mechanical belts, don't need this anymore. I don't think I need the filter anymore. Alright, well that should be everything. It'll just be as simple as turning it on. That goes there to smoke. That goes there to insert. And then a chest over here to receive all the belts. Man, I wish there was a way to cover up this smoke, but whatever. I guess there's a trap door, I guess, but... Alright. There it goes. Okay, and it's turning into cure rubber as it passes through. And this is just waiting because it has to wait for it to move out of the way. Okay. Which is fair. I'm wondering if the belt will get backed up. Or if it just throws it in anyway. I think unless my eyes deceive me. What's going on the front lines here? Why aren't you tossing? I guess if I have to, I could just knock this back a bit and then just put a chest and a whatchamacallit down. That just kind of separates it all. Not even that big a deal. That just kind of separates the whole dynamic. I should have to go place this first. Alright, I forgot about this. This needs this. This. That. That goes out. Oop. It's all the way over here. There you go. There we go. Now there's kind of a bit of a buffer. Now it's kind of a bit more relaxed. And it's feeding it slowly instead of like just bleh. I forgot I actually gotta attach this. Where to attach it? I guess I'm really not left with much of a choice here. And this part doesn't really matter a whole ton. Oh, I just want to make sure this is right. There's really nowhere else I can do this from. I guess there's also here. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I also don't actually need to see back here. That is kind of like an optional objective here. Like, that is strictly optional. This goes here. Oh no, it's just barely. Alright, 33 it is. That's fine. I look like this. It's a process that works in the background that I don't have to focus on, so that's a bonus in its own right. That's just making belts for me, so in the background passively. Yay, automation! Go and place the torch on top. That's so cool. Well, in a little bit of time, that should fill up pretty well, so I am not actually worried about that. which means I'll have now infinite belts I can withdraw from. Which means no more panicking about belts. So I think I'm only going to use these for like power transfer from going forward, because otherwise they're kind of not helpful in most cases. I do like it. So another thing I could also work on as well. I don't know how much time I have. Like another hour. Cooked yucca fruit, dough. That's real easily. I already have everything for that. It's not even repeatable. It's just water and wheat flour. And that I can just get by doing my wheat farm and grinding down the wheat I already have. So let's go and complete one. Just get one completed. So dough, 256. I need... In theory, I'm gonna need like 4 stacks of dough. Or 4 stacks of wheat. Which I have. Because I automated my farm. I'm gonna throw this in the old grinder. Which one's better? 25% chance. This one gives you also 25% chance. Well, the other one does stacks at a time, so... Since I made this gigantic beast, might as well use it. Done in a jiffy. Oh, what other options are there? Stuffed potatoes, that is an option. Kelp roll, it's a bit rough on the rice. Biomass pellets, that's a bit unique. And that comes from compacting biomass. But to get that, you have to mix stuff with seed oil. Which means you have to get seed oil and mix stuff together to get it. And it has to be heated blaze. Wow. Well, okay then. Well, look at this. I'm working on it, so. Well, in spite of everything, I got about the 4 stacks and a little extra. And a half. Got the exact amount back and a half. Go in here, make dough. Just gotta make the whole stack entirely of dough. And then put it in the fridge. So I made 2 and this. So there's your dough. So these are using first category contracts. Used to buy growth serum, spells, fragments, a Damaru set. Takes 10 to buy a sniffer. Get a mending book. Prismatic cobwebs. Takes 2 to buy a feeding trough. Which kind of sucks. It does allow you to get mechanical extruders. Which allow you to get endstone, obsidian, mastic resin. So it would allow me to get some of the stuff I'm going to need for create and stuff. That has to be all the way in the air to make snow. That's funny. Limestone. endstone, crystallized oil, scoria, zoltanite. So it's just how I would get all my zoltanite. That'd probably be like the only thing I could imagine why I would actually work in this, because then at least I could start getting some blocks I might want and need. Other than that, there's really no need. Right, but just for the current moment. Just keep it in here for now. It's cool though. But at least that's one of the challenges done. Cabbage rolls are really simple. Just cabbage and carrot. Oh, well that's freaking easy. And I'll actually go above and beyond and make more than that, just because it'd be nice just to have a decent amount of meals. I will take 2 stacks of carrots. I think potatoes count for cabbage rolls as well. Yep. So we'll take 2 stacks of those, 2 stacks of those. We'll take 2 stacks of onions, which I think also count for cabbage rolls. For some odd reason. I don't know if would want an onion cabbage roll, though. Oh, no, I'm wrong. So we'll just take an extra couple stacks. And then I think 3 of these should do it. Got the cabbage! I might as well just hold right click. Whew. Alright. I just... Nope, you can't. Okay, so you actually have to do it one at a time. That's fun. Oh, give me 6 stacks, so I'll take it. Kelp roll's a bit rough. Takes cooked rice and dried kelp. Or you can do it cheaper with just doing that. Alright, well what else can I do in the meantime? I know apples are kind of working their way through. Grilled salmon's a bit rough. Button wraps are not too bad, I don't think. Onions, cabbage, that, and tortillas. Ooh. So, okay, so I will need to get a corn farm growing as well at some point. Corn will be necessary, and yucca fruit comes from the yucca tree. Such as the Badland variants and deserts. Freaking sick. Unfortunately, it's like the only way to do this part. But I'll have cabbage rolls, so that'll be nice to eat with. It's good to see how the belts are coming along. I don't really think I'm producing enough It's more of just a passive cooking thing than anything else. Yeah, so the biggest holdback right now is just the processing speed. Which is fine. I'm not in a rush to get all these tasks done, so... Alright, well in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up my inventory while I'm waiting for cabbage rolls to get done cooking. I needed that. It's wood. That goes downstairs, that goes in minerals chest. Consider my armor's almost broken. It's a really hard make, but I think I should make it anyway. I'll just have to go hunting for more diamonds later, eventually. Let's see. Fire protection. No thank you. Breaking 3. Thorns kind of sucks, but for what it's worth, it's not a bad first set. Okay. I'll take it. Feather falling would be nice. Okay. No protection, unfortunately. That kind of a bummer. Kind of a big bummer. Another stack in the chest. Respiration? Okay. I can live with that. Long-footed? Never heard of that before. Oh, increase the distance of my rolls. Oh, oh my goodness. Cool. Well, unfortunately for now, this is all I have in terms of what I have. Almost there. Or this process just takes forever. And apples aren't going to be any better. Hydraulic engines, heat engines, rosy cocktails, melon popsicles. So that takes ice and melons, but you can make them in the cooking for whatever, and you can kind of crank the process a little better. Cheese souffle, rice roll medley, sweet tea. I guess for what it's worth, these aren't really bad challenges. They just require excrementally more stuff to do. That requires avocado and cucumber. I mean, I gotta find avocado and cucumber at some point. Which that freaking kind of sucks. Stam pot. How the heck do you make stam pot? Packing baked potatoes, carrots, and onion. Make stam pot. Alright, then you spew it onto a bowl. That's fun. Bet you have to learn how to make that. And grilled salmon is something I've actually seen before. But I need sweet berries. And I don't have those yet. I really gotta get proper gardens set up. I probably will do it this way anyway. It's a lot better. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same freaking recipe, just automated. So right now I'm kind of just gated behind, like, literally just freaking tortilla. This is gated behind eggs. Which is why I need a nest, so I can have egg collection. Be a bit more simple. And honestly, I just need the one anyway. I'm pretty sure they work in like a radius. So, just get one nest in there and just pop it in there with them and collect all the eggs of the chickens. All in due time. Alright. turrets it is. In any case, I already know I'm going to be taking 2 of these and keeping them. The rest will be getting turned into the quest reward. Just gotta be patient. That's almost there. Unfortunately, my oak thing is not working fast enough. Okay, so I'm about to go venturing to find all these different plants, because I gotta find, like, cultural delight stuff, and I don't know how else to get it. Let's see. Shift that. Cultural delights. So let's see, I gotta find cucumber seeds, eggplant seeds, probably. Probably I'm gonna have to find an avocado tree. Smoked tomato. Interesting. White eggplant, so you just get that from whatever. Popcorn comes from corn, corn dough, tortilla, tortilla chips, elote, empanada, party salad, beef burrito, mutton sandwich, plate of eggplant parmesan. Which they do not tell you how to make, by the way. Poached eggplants. Eggplant burger for your vegans. Creamed corn. Alright. Chicken taco, spicy curry, pork wrap. Alright, either way, I just gotta find these seeds. It looks like it also is basically just a add-on to whatchamacallit. Yeah, and there's avocado wood, so I gotta find avocado wood and wild eggplants and wild cucumbers. At least I have an idea what they look like. They kind of look like they have like white seeds on top of them. So, and then the other one was Oob's Delight, which I'm sure has so many wonderful plants to add. It also has a rolling pin. Oh, great. Bamboo baking mat. It also has a kalan. And a baking mat, whatever the frick that is. Well, seed-wise... Not seeing a whole... Oh, wait, there's seeds. No, that's garlic. So there's lemongrass seeds, and then you just gotta find garlic, ginger, and oob. Can be found commonly as a wild plant in jungles. Okay. So I have to basically go to a jungle, is what I'm hearing, to find these plants. Great. I will remember to do that. Sing Angang Feast. They don't even show if they feed you or anything. I guess they're medicines. I would assume. To each their own. We'll see if I get that far. Crikey. There you go. Almost there. Just got a little longer to go, and then I'll be done with this whole menagerie of chaos. I get so many freaking foods. And unfortunately, I don't really have much else I can do in the meantime while I'm waiting, which I would like to. Oh, it's the same boiler. Why the frick am I just hearing freaking a ton of freaking gas? I'm actually gonna take some of that bamboo and put it over here by the birch, since I need to get rid of it anyway. Since they no longer have use to me. I'm also guessing this thing has run out of... Yep, it has officially slowed down on kelp. Not on fish, though. Wait, bitterballen? Oh, from bitterballen, right? A herring. Anything that this can be used with, or is it just literally just a freaking fish? It's literally just a freaking fish. 30 seconds, huh? Why would I even use these when it takes 10 seconds just to use a freaking cooked herring? It just takes 30 seconds and I have to use a spatula. Or even 5 seconds with a smoker. Completely useless stuff here. Where else can I grow some bamboo? Actually, I just got an idea about what I can do with this bamboo, actually. I'm gonna turn this into bamboo wood real quick. Turn that into that, then turn this into slabs. Then if I remember right, I should turn this into mosaic. And then turn that into slabs. And I've been trying to think about what to do with this whole ceiling, because I know it didn't look right. Perfect. At least now it looks kind of more supported, and it's not just like a flat piece of wood. So, I can get behind that. Same goes in here. No. No, sir. Not doing that. I'll just do that. It's fine. Actually, no, I can do... Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Good. Hey, Crimmy. How you doing, my man? I said put away the oxeye daisy. Almost there. Doing okay. Still in a bit of pain from my wisdom teeth surgery, so just trying my best to hang in there with the pain meds. It's been about a full week, but one of them was really complicated for the doctors, so that one's causing me the bit of pain. But I'm okay otherwise, man. Appreciate you asking. It did. For what the most part said, everything went well otherwise. Just a bit hard with one of them. But that went well. Came out of the anesthesia pretty well, from what I've been told, I guess. Yeah. How is your visual effect on your PS2 gone? The enhancement? Very crisp. Good. Happy to hear. So you've just been enjoying its crisp look on it? Oh, Captain. I need a nest. Thank you. And a hopper and a chest. Good. What games have you been playing with it? Being that it's been, kind of updated, I guess? Kind of not. I just make a barrel. I'd imagine bamboo works even in mosaic form. Of course not, because freaking why not? Alright, how about spruce? Then I just need a 1x1 barrel. Where is it? Those are the acacia barrels. I need the 1x1 barrel. There it is. I guess oak. Oh. Need a redstone torch. Really? Well, good. I'm happy to hear that the games you have aren't going to be put to the sideline because of that. Because of a lack of visuals for you. Not that I think that would matter for you, though, but still cool to see. Alright, limited source barrel. Then I think I just need to make a void upgrade real quick, which isn't expensive. Just for the excess. Void, 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 void. Oh, it also means I have to go get another Enderman, because I didn't... Oh! Well, I can at least get this set up and then come back with it. Or says... Alright, move. Move. Move! Move, heathens. Move. There we go. Alright, that lets me just get eggs. Nice. Happy to hear you've been having fun with that as well. It's always good to have some fun with a game like Jack, I imagine. You can kind of see what I've been doing so far. I've been working on trying to get automation going with a lot of stuff. This is the outer courtyard of the inner courtyard. So that's the inner, and this is the outer courtyard. Had a nice thing for the bees, but the bees are actually all dead, so I can't use it. Nice little pond. Got a nice spruce tree. Campfire, of course, which actually has no use at the moment. Yeah, it went well. I have it in my pocket. This is the miner right here. It's just in my pocket right now, waiting to be used. And then I've also automated... So, fish collection and kelp collection. So they kind of are 2-in-1 farm. I have automated the farming apparatuses. They now have farming technology that I no longer have to deal with. I just come and collect as need be. Almost die as well while we're at it. And then... Other than that, I don't think I've done much other automation. I definitely know at some point I also need to get this farmed. So I actually have lava available in a more permanent quality. But right now it's just kind of waiting. Yeah. I've also automated belts. Making belts. So this is getting automated for a challenge. So this obviously looks wonderful. I have gone into the Steam age. which at the moment has broken. That's simply because we have run out of supplies. Not that. So far, this has kind of become automated for steam production facility. And then, what else have we automated? I have automated tree farming. Right? It's insanity. And then, I don't remember if you're here for the tree farming episode. It was a deforestation episode. I had done this one. Or, well, stream episode, whatever. So, if you ignore that, that has been deactivated because it was too much hassle. Hey, Ari. Am I a same person? I do not know. But obviously, we got tree farms up the wazoo. So that's nice and easy to use. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what you're talking about, Harry, to be honest. Yeah, it is very crazy cribby, to be honest. There's also a way to set up mob farms with this mod, but I'm not there yet. But I will. Right? Just hook on with my wrench and I'm off. Just gonna drop this off real quick. Actually, I probably just turn this into planks. That'll help kind of extend the ride. There you go. Rid of these dirty old saplings. Oh, yeah? No, I'm sorry, Harry. That wasn't me. I haven't had anyone make me stuff like that. And I don't think I probably will either in the future. Sorry to not be the one you're looking for. Hopefully you find them. I don't need these saplings. We're just gonna throw them over here in the compost bin. And ignore them for the rest of my life. Oh, no worries. No worries. Hope you find them. But yeah, Minecraft on Java is crazy sometimes compared to Bedrock. Which is the one you're talking about, I think. The iOS. I don't need any work done. Nor do I want any. So oh, thank you. Let's go with the biplane. I haven't used the biplane in a while. Whee! I have to remember where the thing is. Not this way. I'm good. No, thank you. Okay. Good luck on finding your client, by the way. Yeah, I know, right? Seeing like just the difference. I'm not exactly sure which weapon's better for the Enderman. Sometimes I feel like the Cutlass is better for them. Considering they're so fast. There. He's teleported. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna stay here for a minute and farm these for a minute. Because I need some more ender pearls in case I need to make more of these things. I'd rather have more than I need. And to need them and not have them. Yeah, I mean, improvements to, like, if you know redstone really well, you can really, and how the mobs work, you can really go ham on making a proper farm on the game. And I've done them before. I just think that I like modded versions better because they seem to make it a lot more simpler and more easier to do than having to like learn a ton of stuff to do it. You still have to learn, but you don't learn as much to make it happen. So that's kind of where I sit with the whole. But to each their own, and I think that if you like playing vanilla and still doing the farming, I think it's still a great option. So it just depends on your forte, I guess. On what you're willing to learn and suffer through. But I agree, it has become better. And I think it has become a lot better as well. Yeah. There are redstone ways of making really good farms for other things that may not necessarily incorporate redstone, but they incorporate knowing the game and how the mobs or the items or some of the items work to make them work to your advantage. Like TNT duping or certain minecart extraction ways that it can make farms a lot simpler and not needing mods to fill in those gaps. Where I just feel like mods just kind of help you make it simpler, but you can just fill those gaps a lot more easier. Or make things more convenient or smaller even. He died. Alright, I think that's enough ender pearls for a little while. That's at least 6, so. Woo! I've never really made too many redstone farms in my day, but I have made the mob farmers you're talking about. So far, probably like the most complex one that I've understood so far has probably just been the redstone one. For, or not the redstone, but the one for Enderman. That's probably been about like the only one I've ever understood properly. Yeah. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot new. I'd say he knows about as much as everyone as long as you keep up with like the Minecraft news. Sucker. Yeah, I wouldn't say you know too much less than anybody else. As long as you like look at like the Minecraft launcher, it kind of tells you what's new. Most of the stuff I'm talking about come from like people who go out of their way to create all this new stuff based on the mechanics of the game. 'Cause even I don't necessarily know it at all. If I'm being quite honest. Let's see. Redstone. Those and an ender pearl. I hear the nighttime guys. I forgot their name, but I hear it. Oh, okay, so a couple years ago then. A couple years ago. Void overflow. Allows a single slot to be filled with the item and voids anything that overflows. Block. Works only... Sure. Wow, we're not even at 0%. Jesus. How much does the 1x1 fill? Well, that's gonna be a lot of eggs, so... That's the whole point. That is the whole point. Just having a butt ton of eggs for future improvements and needs. Alright, so this goes in the drop chest. This goes in the beauty chest. Except for the nylium. So I guess the next thing I need to work on to get challenges done is getting farms set up. But that means getting a whole freaking Pacific setup going. Like, that's holy crap. Jeez. Okay, so about 4 years ago. During COVID era. Or, like, I guess, like, the end side of that era. I would say. I don't really know, to be honest. Teleporters, create. So the thing is, I also need to improve my Steam setup, because it's just not enough stuff. Just about getting out of COVID, so I thought. Yeah, so, not too long ago. But I need to possibly consider getting better Steam power. So let's see if I write this down. I'm gonna write all the options I have down. So I have farming ideas I want to get done, which don't take much time, but they do take time. I need to improve the Steam generator. So I need to improve the Steam generator. Farm hydroponics, I guess. They're technically hydroponics, basically. What else is there option-wise? That's gonna take time, because that's gonna go adventuring as well. I can't just do that. Lava collection, which takes no time at all. Just getting a pipe and then piping it all together to one area. Well, thankfully I have a notepad right here in front of me. It's actually an art pad, but I'm using it for this. What else is there? So most of these are being based around the idea of the order of the engineers. I have to do it based around this. Which a lot of this is exactly why I need to do what I need to do. There's also biomass pellets, which comes from smacking down biomass. So making a biomass farm could help. But that comes from just about anything and everything farm-wise. The biggest thing is trying to make seed oil, which really sucks. Because to get seed oil, you have to press a seed, which gives you only about 100 millibuckets. And I'm pretty sure you need... Oh, you only need 100. Oh, that changes things. I could just do a wheat farm and make that easy. And make biomass. Okay, so... Biomass from wheat farm. From... wheat. So that's a real easy farm to set up. To make biomass and then press the biomass into pellets. So that's a real easy farm to accomplish. To get that done once. Because things, I only have to do this once. I don't have to do this multiple times. It's only like a one-time ordeal. So like I could probably get away with it. But then again, I might need the biomass for later. Depending on what this is used for. Apparently I can burn it for 32 item smelts. So there is that. And I can also apparently make ender pearls. Because why the frick not, you know? That's actually not a bad smelt item. 32 items for just one little pellet? That's like 4 coal. And two blaze rods of burning time. Wow, 288 items. Well, that's a lot. Jeez. Maybe I should use that for heating up my blazes. Frick. That's if that works. So that's the case. That's a good... that actually could go hand in hand with improving the steam generator. Making a giant pellet farm. Wheat farm. Just to make a pellet field. Make a pellet farm, then to just fuel my blazers. That's if it works, though. I don't necessarily know if that works. I would have to test that in a creative world. Before I go on a tangent like I did with the eggs and fail miserably and be super espresso. Coined by, what's his name? I don't remember the guy who said that. I know he's a YouTuber. I know he makes, like, commentary on films. Anyways, so that's an option. Apples are in the process at the moment as we speak. Tortilla chips need corn. Mutton wrap needs corn. Those are in process. That needs berries. That is a whole recipe I gotta do. That actually... okay, so a lot of it I just have to go find. I just have to go out into the world and just find what I need. Because I have nothing. I have nothing in my pockets. Like, I am piss broke poor right now. Because I gotta go find stuff I need. Oh, no. Vermilion stew. Oh. Okay. That's fair, I guess. Cackling pie. What's he gonna do, laugh at me? That, I think you can make with blaze rod farm, and then you turn the blaze rods into breeze rods, if I remember right. Yeah. So that's possible if I decide to, even though I don't really know what these are used for afterwards, besides making wind charges. Oh yeah, and the mace. And making a plushie. And apparently making wind crystals for some reason. And also wind charging. Which I think helps you, like, launch in the air with mace, give or take. I was actually sure. But these are options. These are options. So, okay. Well, so it seems like next session I'm going to have to go venturing out a lot to find a lot of the plants I need. And then if I get the chance, I may also do the biomass pellet setup. If that works with blaze burners. Because if they do, then that means I can really supercharge my setup with biomass. Which is cool. I think that's a really cool setup. And I think it lasts, I think, as long as your burn time is for an item. So, give or take. Cool. Well, y'all, I kind of just spent like this last 30 minutes tangenting and yapping about what my plans were, but I think they're fair enough to at least keep you guys in on the whole what I'm doing phase, because I don't want to just kind of do this on my own and then not tell you guys. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed hearing me yap. If not, I don't blame you. I feel like it's intelligent yapping, so... in any case, so I will definitely be coming back next time and working on trying to get the seeds I need and the plants I need, and just doing a bit of venturing overall to find what I need for going forward. And then hopefully when I get back from my venturing, I'll be working on trying to turn that into a improved steam generator setup, as well as farming in total. So they kind of all go hand in hand. So just kind of be one step to the next to the next. And also maybe also get lava collection on a proper setup with tanks and try to put in a giant tank vat. So maybe even look into doing vessels instead. Make it look kind of cool. Nifty. If not, eh. In any case, so I do wish you guys all the best, and I wish you guys the blessed time as best I can wish. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. Should be. If not, I will hopefully try to remember to let you guys know on YouTube at most. And I do wish you guys the best of sleeps. Hopefully see you guys then. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And peace.